As many of you know, Captain Rex of General Anakin Skywalker's 501st Legion uses a unique clone trooper helmet which is a mix between the utility of the Phase 1 clone trooper helmet and the comfort and sleek design of a Phase 2 helmet. So why did Captain Rex create a combination between the two clone armor designs instead of simply upgrading like the rest of the clone troopers? I'm going to break down exactly why Captain Rex has the most unique helmet and armor of any clone trooper. So before we get into it, remember to hit the subscribe button with notifications on for more awesome Star Wars lore content. At the beginning of the Clone Wars, not long after the Battle of Geonosis, Captain Rex wore Phase 1 clone trooper armor just like every other clone. Being modeled directly off of Jango Fett's Mandalorian style armor, the Phase 1 clone armor consisted of 22 individual sections of plastoid alloy plating, which were used along with a black bodysuit to provide full protection for every clone trooper of the Republic. The Phase 1 design of the armor gave temporary protection against the vacuum of space, and protected its wearer from extreme cold and extreme heat. Despite its amazing utility and extreme usefulness, the Phase 1 armor was incredibly uncomfortable for many clone troopers to fit in, making them perform poorly on the battlefield. The reason that the armor was so uncomfortable for the clone troopers was because the scientists on Kamino were completely unfamiliar with the human body before they began production of these clones, and had very little knowledge on how they worked. Because of these glaring issues with the Phase 1 clone armor, the Grand Army of the Republic slowly adopted a new Phase 2 armor, which provided extreme comfort and mobility to the clones who wore it. Unlike the Phase 1 armor, however, it did not contain an internal life support system, meaning an external respirator was necessary when exposed to low oxygen environments. This leads us straight into the reason Captain Rex's helmet was a combination of the two phases of armor. Rex actually had his new Phase 2 armor customized as soon as it arrived from Kamino, maintaining some parts of the original design while incorporating some of the comfort features from the newer armor. The Jedi Generals of the Republic gave the clones a lot of freedom in choosing the design and modifications to their armor because they wanted to promote individuality among the clones, making them more effective on the battlefield. They wanted every single clone to have his own story and identity so that they did not begin mistreating the members of the Grand Army of the Republic as a slave army. Rex was aware that the Kaminoans didn't quite understand the needs and the composition of the human body, making the Phase 1 armor very uncomfortable to wear but extremely durable and tough. The new Phase 2 armor fixed all of these comfort issues but consequently offered significantly less protection in the chest and head areas. For this reason, Rex decided to keep the two parts of the Phase 1 clone armor that he believed were necessary in combat. He kept the chest plate for durability and strength against enemy blaster fire, and the visor for significantly enhanced visibility. As for the rest of his armor, he transitioned into the newer, comfort-based armor for increased mobility and agility on the battlefield. Most of the other members of the 501st did not believe it was necessary to make these modifications to be at the peak of their performance on the battlefield, but recognized that Rex's unique helmet design distinguished him as the leader of their group. On top of this, many of the clones in the 501st saw Rex's helmet as a symbol of leadership and unity among their ranks, strengthening their resolve even further. So that is exactly why Captain Rex has the most unique helmet and armor of any clone trooper, and why Rex has a different helmet to the rest of his brothers. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, remember to subscribe to the channel and leave a like down below. You can also support me on Patreon if you want to help support me to complete the Clone Wars by animating unfinished episodes that were never released. Cheers guys, hope to see you in the next one.